So I was actually waiting for the $20 million to end before I did this list, and I got pretty disappointed honestly, because I was expecting a very OP unit to come out, so I didn't want to make this top 10 Blazing Festivals and then have a very OP unit come out and get the list pretty outdated pretty quickly. But Itachi doesn't even make up on this list. Spoilers, it doesn't even make up on this list. Itachi is not good at all. I would put him in the top 10 worst Blazing Festivals, to be honest. So very unfortunate that that video got outdated. But I did a top 10 worst, now doing top 10 best. And again, Itachi probably will be like top 9, I think, on that list. Terrible unit. Not terrible unit, but none of those units on that top 10 worst were bad. It's just that there are units that are better, so, you know. So, starting off on the place 10 is Sakura. Sakura would probably rank higher if it wasn't for the fact that her team is already very good. I'm considering everything, like considering how good a unit is and how good the team surrounding it would be. So Sakura is very valuable because not only she heals for 500 per turn upon abilities, she does have a jutsu of only 3 chakra. So that, like, it's very cheap jutsu to use, and it restores 2,500 for 2 turns, which equates to 5,000. But if you need, like, if you need to heal like 3,000, she won't heal the 3,000. You know, in one turn she'll heal 2,500 and then extra 2,500 the next turn. But extremely good unit. Like, for a healer to be in the top 10 best units, like, she's mainly a healer. You're not gonna want her for the damage that she does. You want her for the heal. And for a healer, it should be on top 10 best units. That's a big deal. And she also, of course, has a very good healing field skill. There is a 300 health. She is honestly a step up on Tsunade, the Blazing Festival Tsunade, because Blazing Festival Tsunade is a very outdated unit in the sense that this unit kind of made a meta of healers that need to heal per turn and have a jutsu healing. So, extremely good unit. You basically can't die using her. So yeah. After her, we have Hashirama. I feel like Hashirama is a unit that doesn't get enough credit. He, probably because of all the other very good body units that there are in the game, but he has a ultimate jutsu that is a long range jutsu, actually vast range jutsu, excuse me, that is 15 times and has a 50% chance of jutsu sealing and immobilizing. And the jutsu sealing is for 6 freaking turns. It's a lot of turns, dude. And like, mostly when I use him, he's gonna be very helpful for whatever I have to do, especially because of the huge AoE. You're gonna either kill a lot of ads or kill ads close to a boss that is annoying you, still hitting the boss. So I feel like he doesn't get enough credit. And also, his first jutsu has a chance of attack reduction, and attack reduction right now is the best effect because all the bosses are not immune to it, which is very incredible. And not only that, but he has field and body healing, which can help a lot if your body team doesn't have the, for example, for Sasuke that has the body healing, or units like that can heal, because I know a lot of people probably won't have like Jiraiya that also has healing. So Hashirama, he doesn't even need abilities to be good. He's good without any abilities. All these abilities are fodder, unfortunately. So he's good without any abilities, but with the abilities he's even better. It's not like Shin and Sasuke, where Shin and Sasuke is good and boom. With the abilities he doesn't become extra good, but Hashirama does become extra good, so that's why I like Hashirama so much. And then after him we have Sage 6 Pass Obito. I would place him behind Hashirama before the limit break, but after the limit break, man, he hits so hard. He's basically a glass cannon. You're just hitting hard with him. That's all that he does. His jutsu does have a 60% chance of mobilization for 3 turns if you have the dupe. But realistically speaking, that doesn't affect bosses, and yeah, that's basically what you want. And it doesn't have a good, like, it says vast here on the range for the normal jutsu, but really is a kind of a noodle. Like it's vast, but it's pretty thin. So you're probably not killing hordes of ads with it, but he's pretty much a glass cannon. You do the ultimate, and after the ultimate, he's not gonna do anything for you, you know? That's the only issue with him, but like, he does so much damage right now that it's been what, over a year since he released, right? I think it is, and he's still like the hardest hitter in the game. So that says something, without any like boost or so. So he's an incredible unit. And then after him we have Heart Madra, that again after the limit break became such a good unit because he has a lot going for him. He is the 10 million download celebration unit, if you guys don't know, and he does have a restore 200 health as a buddy, which in like when you look at it as just 200, but 200 it adds up, you know, it adds up, including the fact that his ultimate is a huge AoE that ignores type disadvantage. The only thing that couldn't like place him higher than the guy that is above him is the fact that he's 6 and 12, and normally I don't look at it like that highly. Like units that are 4 and 8 compared to 5 and 10, I wouldn't be like it's better just because of 4 and 8. But like when it's 6 and 12, normally you're gonna stall so much to get the ultimate, and you can die in the process of getting it because you're in the boss room and you need that ultimate, but it takes so long to get it that you're risking exposing yourself for so long to get that ultimate. So that's the only downside of him. Honestly, if he was a 5 and 10 unit, I would place him top 5. Yeah, probably either top 5 or top 4. Just because of that, but unfortunately that's how it is. When he released, they were like, yeah, we gotta place him, we gotta put some 6 and 12 here or else he'll be too OP. He just hits extremely hard on a what is it? It's a vast range. This is really a vast range jutsu, and his normal jutsu is also a vast range that has 100% chance of slip damaging, and a lot of bosses are still not immune to slip damage, and that chops up a lot of health. Slip damage that chops up a lot of health. So all around extremely good unit, and also he doesn't need dupes, but with dupes he becomes even better. Same thing that happened to Hashirama. He doesn't need dupes, but with dupes he becomes even better. Now we enter the phase of needing dupes, but Kabuto, without dupes I would place him not even top 10, but with dupes he again has so much going for him that he becomes a monster. So he's a skill unit. He's in my opinion the best skill unit in the game right now. He, as you can see, until this point he was the only skill unit. So he's the best skill unit in the game by far. And the thing about him is that his abilities are so good. Like just looking at him, he's not that great. He's a 5 and 10 unit. That his ultimate is long range and AoE, but he doesn't do anything like slip damage or immobilization. It's just health ceiling and attack reduction, and jutsu ceiling is very low percentage. But he becomes 4 and 8 with abilities. He heals for 350 per turn. He's a vast range that go to what, 1800 attacks, 1900 attacks there. He has a 20% chance of resetting his jutsu that has a 70% chance mobilization for a 1 turn, but that goes to oh, it doesn't, it's just for the ultimate. Okay, for 1 turn, which is a 4 chakra. Unfortunately, he has this ability which I don't like very much, with a 5% chance of restoring 1 chakra when he gets hit, but when it does proc, it's very helpful. So he just has a lot going for him, and then the ultimate can be very helpful with the attack reduction, but the fact that he has to be the ultimate is very unfortunate, but it goes for 5 turns, which is very good. Just all around, in my opinion, the best skill unit in the game. Oh, actually, I had Obito, which is another skill unit. I'm so stupid. But I think he's better than Obito, and Obito is the second best skill unit in the game. So, extremely good unit. Only bad thing about him, you need the dupes. But if you got the dupes, extremely good. And then we got Kaguya, and now is the part where people are gonna be like, you're wrong. But I think Kaguya, when she released, she was probably the second best unit in the game. But right now she became the 5th best unit in the game because of how the game progressed. But she has a 40% chance of resetting her normal jutsu, which is incredible because whenever she jutsus, she does get herself 1 chakra, and if you hit 2 units, they're gonna be an ultra combo, so you can keep regenerating chakra with that. And she does restore 700 health. The 700 health alone would place her where she is, like just that, without any other things that she has, but she also has more. Her ultimate is a 24 times with the last dupe. That ignores substitution, ignores type disadvantage, and it hits the whole map, so you can hit a boss from wherever you want. I had this strategy on the new SS rank Sasuke, where I was stalling with Kaguya across the room, and whenever she got the ultimate, because it's a 4 and 8, so it's actually pretty easy to get her ultimate. It's not like Mada, which is 6 and 12. So whenever she got the ultimate, I would ultimate across the room and she'll be safe from getting hit. So incredible, just incredible. Same thing that happens with Minato as well, and like a couple of days ago I didn't even remember that Minato had it, but just all around like an incredible unit. A lot of people still ask me if they should dupe their Kage, and I say like Kage is probably the best unit you should dupe, like because of the 700 healing. If you got units to dupe, it's either her or the other units on this list, but if you like, even if you have all of these units in this list and you need to dupe one person and you have low dupes on anyone, I'll say Kage because she's just incredible. And then we have after her Sage 6 Pass Naruto. Again, when Kage released, it was before Naruto got his limit break, but man, Naruto became a beast after his limit break. So as I said, Kage, when she released, she was probably the second best unit in the game, but ever since Naruto got his limit break, he is like the hardest hitter AoE unit in the game, better than Kakashi. So it's just so OP. He heals for 600 per turn, and he does have a field healing and 20% chance of dodging, which is incredible on PvP. This list is not PvP focused, but it's incredible on PvP anyways. Syncing with Bravery and Wisdom, which probably won't happen very often, but he does get a 100 attack boost, and the most important thing, he does have a 40% reduce wisdom damage, and if you sync with Bravery, it goes to 60%. It's just he doesn't take damage from the element that damages him. He does incredible damage because he has a 16 times with a 2600 because the extra pills, 2600 attack stat, and it's only 10 chakra. Again, it's not like Heart Mother. So AoE, not single target, AoE. It's just incredible. Actually, I was gonna say after Kage, he would be the unit to dupe out, but no, he's a number 1. And you guys probably know the number 1 if you know me, but it's just all around incredible. He's over a year old as well, just like Obito, and he's still going, you know, like probably just because of the limit break alone, he became a viable, like, because how can I say, he for a long time was the best unit in the game, and then he kind of got overshadowed after Kaguya and Mother released, but now he got the limit break and it's like now he hits extremely hard. But yeah, after him I got Final Valley Sasuke. It was pretty difficult to put him between number 2 and number 3, but Final Valley Sasuke, here's the thing, the number 2 is Final Valley Naruto, but I'm gonna explain why they are positioned as how they are. Final Valley Naruto's ultimate is just better. Like Final Valley Sasuke's ultimate, he does ignore type's advantage, but he just does that, and he does give you 10 perfect dodges, but it's a 17 times, right? It's a 17 times with a unit that has a high attack stat, so it kind of balances out it not being too high, you know? Both for single target. It's not too high of a multiplier because, oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's not too high of a multiplier because he has a high attack stat. Naruto is a high multiplier of 24 because he does have a low attack stat, but because he has a low attack stat and high multiplier, it means he can hit harder because you can attack boost him more. For example, I could attack boost Sasuke for 1000 and he would go to 3700 and he would have the same like multiplier. But Naruto, if I boost him by 1000, he's gonna be at 2400, but because his multiplier is so high, that will have a higher effect. So all around, like, Naruto is better just because of that alone, and including not including the fact that Naruto also has 500 healing per turn, and Sasuke is basically like just for damage. He does have a buddy of 300, but Naruto's is he can be on the map and still heal. Sasuke has to be on the buddy. And you want Sasuke in the front because he is all the time jutsuing. Whenever he jutsus, he gets 2 chakra, and if you get the ultra combo, that means you're getting an extra chakra, so you have pretty much infinite jutsus, and he does have a 20% chance of resetting, so even if you don't get the ultra combo, you can still get the chakra back. So Sasuke is all about damage, but the only bad thing about this is that it's a very low multiplier. That kind of is like balancing, because if he had a high multiplier on the normal jutsu, he would be too overpowered. But yeah, that's why I position them how they are, and I feel like people would agree with me. But all around, if you get any of them, just incredible. Of course, Sasuke hasn't come out since the 2nd anniversary, which is pretty unfortunate. Naruto has on his birthday, and a lot of people now have Naruto, but hopefully Sasuke will come back soon. So after both of them, Sage just expands Mada. It's just like no one has come yet that can overshadow him. He's just the best unit in the game, all around the best unit in the game. And he is the same case for Kabuto, where he has everything going for him and more. Like, he doesn't take damage. Let's start by that. He doesn't take damage. So he has an ability that reduces damage taken by 30%. And then he has a sync with Uchiha, which is a very common sync because most of the good units in the game are Uchiha. If you take a look at this list, a lot of them are Uchiha. So actually not all of them. But normally you have a good Uchiha team, and then he reduces the extra 15%, and then he has a field skill of reducing damage. So if you have 3 Mantras, you're not taking damage at all. You can stack them up. They're gonna have a 40% from the field skill, they're gonna have 15% of sinking and 30% of ability. No damage at all. And then he has a 250 health restoration on body skill, and then the rest of his abilities. 20% chance of dodging, 20% chance of resetting the ultimate, which is a AoE that hits the whole map and has a 100% chance of immobilization. Of course, it doesn't work on bosses. Bosses have a resistance against immobilization, but on regular trash ads, it's gonna immobilize everyone that doesn't die from it. And then a 20% chance of resetting the normal jutsu, which gives him a 2-turn, kind of like a skip on jutsus. Whenever jutsu that comes at him doesn't work on PvP, which would be too broken. Removing perfect dodge and barriers to enemies in range and ignore substitution. So what happened is, on the new SS rank killing Sasuke, what I do, I don't have Itachi. Itachi was the unit that was made for the raid. I don't have him. But what I do is I have this Madara here that whenever Sasuke is gonna hit me, I just normal jutsu. I don't take the jutsu that he's supposed to hit me, and I'm good. I don't need the new Itachi because Madara is so good that he's better than the unit that was made for the raid. He's that good. So honestly, you already know Madara. Like, you already know Mada. If you play PvP at all, you've seen him in every single match that you play. So I'm gonna end on this. Mada is the best unit in the game, so top 1 best Blazing Festival in the game. So thank you guys for watching, and please fucking subscribe.